you potentially ready?
The Marlins, America's team. Let's go.
Let's go.
Making their way into American Family Field. The roof will be closed, and we get set the Brewers on the brink of elimination.
The Brewers are on, Blake, of the elimination.
The time for improving is over.
The postseason is here.
The time for proving has arrived.
Damn right, boy. Damn right, boy. Yeah.
The Diamondbacks and the Brewers are ready.
To back callers for the Diamondbacks, and the Diamondbacks have taken game one here in Milwaukee.
Let's go, Brewers.
Promise or regret. He's here.
Ah.
Now is all they got.
Down here in Milwaukee, fans on their feet trying to urge their team on to a win. It's the National League Wildcard Series from American Family Field. The Diamondbacks and the Brewers in game 2 Arizona with a 1-0 lead. Let's check out the brackets. The Braves await the winners of the Phillies-Marlins series. The Phillies are up 1-0 in that series, and the Diamondbacks up 1-0 on the Brewers. It's the Dodgers awaiting the winner. And we welcome you to the broadcast booth. John Shelby and Doug Linville. Jesse Rogers will join us coming up. Last night, the Diamondbacks able to knock out the Brewers' ace, Corbin Burns, and they used the home run ball. It's a team not known for power, but they hit home runs, and they ended up prevailing. The bullpen was excellent as well.
Well, the Diamondbacks are in the bottom 5 in terms of home run percentage, so this is not their game. And they came from sources of young players, first postseason action. So their heartbeat was slow. Age is just a number. They proved it by getting these big hits back to back. The power game, Montero, Moreno comes up big with a big home run for Corbin Burns. So you look at how they're able to do this. The power game
that
is
dude.
control. And Zach Gallen is
Hey, come on in if you're watching that Pete McKibben show, guy.
Cy Young candidate year in, year out, and he finds a way because he has a great pitch mix. And when you think about that, that is what's going to set him apart tonight.
Zach Gallen, since he debuted in 2019, is top 10 in the majors in ERA. So the Diamondbacks, their ace on the mound in an elimination game. Meanwhile, the other side, a game that was supposed to be started by Brandon Woodruff. He's been ruled out for this series and likely the entire postseason. So Freddie Peralta gets the start. He's not short on stuff.
Well, Freddie Peralta is a power pitcher with velocity. He loves his fastball, but he's become so much more improved by commanding the secondary pitches. You look at this guy,
that too.
37%. So this is a guy who's a power pitcher. You're talking
As we get
about
underway, just
yesterday with the
waiting for the game.
It's going to be power versus power. We talk about Brewers D-backs today, and that's what's exciting.
Well, the Diamondbacks got some great defensive plays from their veteran third baseman Evan Longoria last night. 2 elite defensive teams. The Brewers need a win to stay alive. Taking snap across the series, and he struck out. What a performance by Jordan Montgomery.
He did it again.
Wellstrom, that one way back. Harrell with a 2-run homer. Touchdown, Watch gonna get down. Harper, he's beating Harrell. He runs through that side, and he scores the 4-1 for Philadelphia.
Let's go, Brewers.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy. It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor, like really rich.
So rich and creamy.
And our cooked to order Butterburgers?
They're tough with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese. But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to delicious.
When I first learned about my Dupuytren's contracture, my physician referred me to a hand specialist, and I'm glad he did,
Because when I took the tabletop
Yeah.
and flat,
I just got the chat up in my
I saw only offers.
phone here so I can see what everybody's saying in the chat.
You also offered
Come on in. Join the group party.
what I'd say to other people with Duplicit's
Play anything like this last night.
Find a hand specialist training
Series
on
is over.
options today. I found mine at findahandspecialist.com. Look at that new Titanium.
This stupid
15 Pro. Why don't I have one? You
fucking
need to go to T-Mobile with new and existing customers to get iPhone 15 Pro on them. I don't access to T-Mobile. You're very wise, reflection, Tommy. You're very handsome, little Tommy. You don't need hair. Yeah, hair is for suckers.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with Titanium on us now, and the freedom to upgrade every year.
Come on, Brewers. You Bull fan, come on in. You D-back fan, come on in. Hit us up with a like. Hit us up with a sub. We'll be doing this throughout the postseason. No matter who's in it.
What does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can save you from becoming your debts, but we can't save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam?
Yes.
No.
His name's King. He had a horse along the countryside. I saw him ride. Was living round him.
Here at American Family Field, and we get ready for Game 2 as the Brewers take the field. The fans hoping they'll get a chance to see baseball at least another day. Game 2 here tonight. The Brewers need a win to force a Game 3 pitching matchup. It'll be Freddie Peralta and Zach Gallen. Torey Lovello trying to make his way to NLDS. Last time they made the playoffs, they got there after winning the Wildcard game, and then they were swept by the Dodgers. Let's check out the lineup for Torey Lovello and the Arizona Diamondbacks. 7th in the National League, giving it runs per game. They were tied for 10th out of 15 teams. Homers hit. And for the Diamondbacks, it's the same lineup as we saw yesterday.
Same lineup.
Bam up top, Walker had 3 hits last night.
Walker again behind the plate.
Moreno had a big home run.
Moreno had a big home run last night. Freddie Peralta, 12-10 record, 30 games started, 386 ERA, 165 and 2/3 innings, 31% K rate, 6% bases on balls, 9% MLB rate, 23 average K rate, and yeah.
This is a power pitcher in the purest form, and he will be aggressive.
Brewers were excellent at run prevention as they led the majors in ERA 3.71, and they allowed the fewest runs per game. An excellent defense to complement
Yeah.
pitching. The Diamondbacks, though, last night seemed unfazed as Brett Counsell not only had to use his ace, but every single leverage reliever he's got out in that pen.
I mean, and you roll the dice when you have to use everybody. It's game 1. You're also going against a 1-2 punch with Zach Gallen, their ace, and their bullpen was virtually empty. Certainly the leverage guys. So they're going to need a long and deep start by Freddie Peralta.
The roof was open last night. We played with it closed here tonight. There was, at least earlier in the day, the threat of rain. They're not going to mess around with it. So the roof closed and we're ready to go. Corbin Carroll climbs in. Peralta.
Corbin Carroll climbs in, takes strike 1.
Telling us Freddie Peralta, they skipped the to start, gave him some extra rest. He said his fastball is likely to be pretty hot early on. And that one at 96.
That one misses. Full seam fastball upstairs for ball one. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We're past 110 subscribers. Let's go to 120. Right at the knees for strike two. Arizona leads it. The series 1-0 nothing. Not you, silly. 2-2 count. Nobody out. You got 4 pitches already. Yeah, well, that too. Here comes the 2-2. Carroll flies to shallow to Frelick with one down. How to bring up Marte.
From Seattle. He was originally signed by the Mariners back in 2013 when he was a 16-year-old. And he was acquired in December of 2015 with a couple other teenagers in the Adam Lind trade.
First offering misses downstairs.
I remember asking David Stearns, their previous president of baseball operations, about it. He said, yeah, we had no idea the 3 teenagers, that any of them, that one of them might turn into this. And Peralta's been a very good pitcher.
Yeah, well, you talk about the big 3.
Yeah, well, that.
And he is one of the 3.
Afterwards, no comment.
Pitcher with big strikeout potential.
Swing and a man, strike 2. I mean, 1. I got ahead of myself. The computer and, not the screen I'm watching, and the TV. Go ahead. Now it's strike 2. It's 2-2, 1 out. Yeah, well, that too. Come on, Freddie. Peralta delivers. Ball 3. Shit. Shit. I got a gut feeling. Something bad's going to happen. 3-2. Down low. Marte sprints to first.
When you talk about the breakdown of Peralta, this is how it goes this is how it went over the course of the season. 51% 4-seamer, so you're seeing that a coin toss. The slider 22%, changeup 15, curveball 12, and it's all set up by that 4-seamer.
Curveball clips the outside corner. Let's go, Brewers. Still 1 out. Let's go, Brewers. Ball. Downstairs. The count is 1-1. 1 on, 1 out. You in inning number 1. Come on in if you're new, folks. Come on in. Got 4 people in here already. Swing and man, strike 2. 2 strikes, 1 ball. 1-2 the count. 1-2. Oh, yeah, 1-2 the count. Strike. Hey, sit on, Pam. You got shot down backwards. Look it. Pam gives up on it with the bat on the shoulder. well, I don't think he's supposed to have the bat on the shoulder.
coming out of his hand. So fans like, oh,
A fly out, a strikeout, which is good. A walk, yeah, I can live with that. Two-way man at first. Fastball clips the outside edge for a strike. Here we go. Here we go. Brewers. Here we go. Here we go. Brewers. Here we go.
Breaking ball misses down and away. That was the slider. Walker, 3 hits last night, including the big 2-run double in the ninth. That was the put-away shot. It was against Devin Williams and extended the lead from 4-3 to 6-3.
Way high.
Caused Contreras to come up out of the crouch.
There's no pitch that has neutralized Walker's power this year and hits everything for power. But if you want to take him off his batting average, his chance to get ahead, it is the slider, it is the curve.
2-1.
2-1.
One missing down and in as he went change-up. Now it's 3 balls and a strike.
3 balls and a strike.
By the D-backs, that's a good pitch right there. That's a chase pitch. Walker didn't even move.
Right-hand batter back in, awaiting a 3-1. Here it is.
Fly ball down the right field line. At the netting.
This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini price pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza or pizzas this week only at Domino's.
Hours of love for you. All the right parts from us. With eBay Guaranteed Fit.
No one sees the world quite like an airline, but the world we live in is changing.
Yeah, well,
That's why Delta is committed to net zero carbon emissions by 2050. It's why we're getting rid of 4.9 million pounds of single-use plastics annually. And it's why we're accelerating our push to source sustainable aviation fuel. Because we know a thing or two about getting where we need to be. And it's time we all got going together.
You really know speed? We've got you covered. More action. More runs. More hit. More weather. Coming right up. Pound for pound. This is the best baseball you've ever seen. And the postseason, it's even better.
Back here in Milwaukee as we get ready for the bottom of the first. No score. The Brewers coming up to hit. Let's check out the Milwaukee lineup. They struggled early offensively and finished strong. Ultimately, 8 out of 15 teams in runs per game in the National League. Slug is not usually a big part of their offense. They did lead to majors and pitches per plate appearance. Yelich, Contreras, and Santana up top. South Freeland gets fifth. He's their center fielder. Adames, the veteran shortstop, had 3 hits last night. And on the mound, the Diamondbacks ace, and it's Zach Gallen, Dougie.
Well, Zach Gallen is, a pitcher that adjusts. He's so efficient. He's constantly in the Cy Young conversation. He likes to work off his fastball, so the similarities of Peralta, the four-seamer. He has a curveball change-up. He cuts the ball. There's a lot of command in and out.
yeah, well, that too.
Yelich missing inside and it hits. The Brewers outfielder away. Yelich 1 for 3 with a couple of walks last night.
Yeah.
Together a fine year this season. Gallen missing downstairs. Gallen, a guy that doesn't throw overly hard. Rick Council looking on. Council certainly one of the storylines here tonight. Get on the ground.
Attaboy, Yelich!
So Yelich with a single to begin.
Well, this is what you need to do. Force him to get into that 14 fastball. Now he rolls over a little bit. That's why he topped it. But he hit it hard enough into the hole to get it through. And this is his ability to attack. He's 2-0 count. He knows Gal's trying to stop us for fastball. And so he sits on that and he's able to take an aggressive swing on it.
Christian Yelich, who's played for Craig Counsell since 2018. Craig Counsell does not have a contract beyond this year. And so one of the storylines, there's no getting around it, and that is, could this be the last game Craig Counsell manages for the Milwaukee Brewers?
It could.
He's one of the best managers in baseball. As Contreras takes out of the strike zone with a count 2-0. And to be clear, Craig Counsell said, look, I just want to wait until the end of the year to figure out what I'm going to do. He's from this community, grew up here. He played for the Brewers for 6 years. And he would love nothing more than to lead this city to a World Series championship.
I agree.
2 balls, no strikes. Contreras waits. And Galen delivers a strike.
And usually the first few innings, Dallas comes out strong. He's typically on point, a little bit erratic right now, forcing himself into these fastball counts and not relying a lot more on location.
Galen, the guy who's got a good assortment of off-speed pitches. His curveball is excellent. He has a very good changeup. He told me he learned his changeup as a kid. He had really small hands. He would throw a 2-seam fastball with 3 fingers. That's how small his hands were. And then eventually, he just learned to throw the changeup. He took it off the grip. So the change and the curve, 2 very good secondary offerings for him. 28 years old, originally drafted by the Cardinals in the 3rd round, 2016, out of the University of North Carolina. And he does wear that number 23 as an ode to Michael Jordan. He said, you know, it was his sophomore year at Carolina. He said, man, wouldn't it be cool to wear 23 rather than Starfield blue?
Why not? He's a really good pitcher who's always getting Cy Young consideration, which he'll get again this year.
And you can see he's got the pitch glove on the back of his glove, so he and Moreno working together, but he has a save from out there.
Now, it was a tough decision early on, 3-2 count, and Yelich certainly has speed.
There's a pitch-com device he can press to pick pitches that he would like to throw. 3-2 now. Here comes. There goes Yelich. A swing and a miss. Throw a second. It's 2 late.
Attaboy, Yelich!
Base.
It looked like Moreno had a little trouble throwing around Contreras. He didn't kind of finish his release, so just watch how he catches the ball here. And he falls in, so he strong arms it to avoid the collision. And the ball starts to sail on him towards the right field side of second base. And Moreno's one of the best at throwing runners out this year. In fact, he was the best in terms of the highest percentage of caught stealers.
So a strikeout and a man at second.
Strikeout and a man at second.
And a spin and a block back to Yelich for a second. You think of the MVP season in 18 and then runner-up in 19, but speed and efficient base stealing has always been a part of his game.
1 out. Up and in. Brewers fans say,
This year,
boo!
28 stolen bases, the most he's had since 2019. If you take it back to the start of 2017, he stole 128 bases at an 87% success rate, and that's the top mark in terms of success. Minimum 100 attempts. So when you're talking about the best base stealers since 2017, it's not a huge volume, but Yelich is one of the better ones out there.
Well, that's what's scary about the Diamondbacks. They have an 87% success rate as a team this
That's
season.
amazing.
It's absolutely ridiculous. They run you out of the stadium.
The 2-0. And now 3-0.
3-0.
And when the cutter is going to Santana, this is not his best pitch.
Let's go, Brewers!
Pretty well, 333. Lefties have hit it even better. Close to 450, but he's using it to try to keep Santana off the plate.
Gatlin the 3-0. And that's through there for a strike. This guy, I think you would say, is one of the more underrated aces out there. When you talk about number ones,
He took all the way for strike one.
conversation for true number one, and I don't know that everybody in big markets necessarily knows how good he has been. The 3-1. And that clips the 6 down.
What?
That's what he
Make sure you guys
from four-seamer, and he's
rank that like
time.
I would agree with that one, yeah.
And then also go up and in and move it around. It's almost like it acts like multiple pitches. And he also has this complement of curveball, changeup, cutter.
75% of you say Brewers
Same command. That's what
in
he's
3 games for the wild card. As a Bull fan, I would have to agree with you. Another one fouled away.
The 37-year-old came over.
That Minnesota game looks like an all over, but the crying for Toronto. Toronto can go home crying, but
A lot of postseason experience. Meanwhile, Gatlin making his postseason debut. Santana spoiling that one.
Santana sends it to souvenir land.
He can throw that hard. He
In the
doesn't need to.
stands.
He picks when he needs that extra something. And Santana's had a lot of trouble this year on the breaking ball. And this is where he's been able to get him out. But he's going four-seamer, and maybe he'll elevate now.
Pitch 8 of the at-bat. That's fouled back. And Santana will fly back in. Pitch number 9.
Santana's career, he's had 1,213 walks and 1,350 strikeouts. This is one of the best eyes over his career. It's the lowest walk rate of his career this season, but he still has a phenomenal eye.
3-2.
Santana walks.
It's a little louder in here. We'll see if that faces Zach Gallen, 28 years old, the kid from New Jersey again. His first ever postseason start. He was second in the National League in innings, 8th in ERA. He was the All-Star starter. Down the stretch, it didn't go quite as well as he would have hoped as they meet on the mound, but his first 27 starts, and obviously, this underlines him being the All-Star game starter for the NL. His ERA over the first 27 was 3.11. His final 7 was just a shade under 5, so he didn't finish strong.
One thing they've been able to do with him, if he's not at sharp location, is they hunt the fastball and they start jumping on the first pitch. And they've done a lot of damage against Gallen, but he's not making that sharp location that he needs with a four-seamer.
Mark Cannon at the plate.
Mark Cannon at the plate.
So the back-to-back trade deadline acquisition. Santana, Cannon, the Brewers are
Back-to-back acquisitions at the trade deadline.
Yelich at second.
Yelich at second.
Santana at first. Cannon actually has a connection to Christian Yelich. They were together in the Marlins organization. They played 3 years together. Cannon, Yelich, Marcelo Zuna, and JT Realmuto. And that is strike 2.
That is strike 2.
2 aboard. And Cannon did not like the call from Dan Bellino.
A good pitch, and this is Gallen starting to work the corners. He's already established. He can hit it down and away. He can hit it down and away the righties or lefties.
On to the count.
Deal 2.
Ball 1. Full seam fastball.
Gallen has to make a decision strategically. Do you want to try to throw the pitch where you can get the ground ball, possibly roll up 2, or do you kind of work off the swing and miss pitches And right now, Canada's a guy that you can't double up to get that hard ground ball.
That one missing. And Dougie now take a step back and contemplate first and second. There's still only one out.
There's still only one out.
Exactly. And no matter what, you have an ace, a Cy Young candidate year in, year out. You rely on your bullpens. I mean, that's how you're going to separate.
Souvenir ball. 2-2 the count. 2-2 the count. 2-2 the count.
So they know the bullpens. I got maybe an ace, but an ace today is going 6 innings, 7 innings, maybe.
2-2. Fouled away.
So it might be an opportunity. He is fouling them off late, so Canada is staying back. So it might be an opportunity to really slow him down and get that ground ball that Gallen was looking for. Maybe a slow curveball or something different.
Flops one in the left field. Go! And a ball, baby! And a... Ah, shit. Why in the hell did you send them, boy? Let's get a little rowdy, boy. Kicks and deals. Only one fucking out. Come on, boys.
And the adversity started even before the series began with Brandon Woodruff being ruled out.
High fly ball! Get up! Get in that shit! That's deep enough! Send them by! Yelich will score 1-0. Crowd goes nasty! I'm driving to center field. Another one will score. Keep that line, buddy. Boy. Mound visit.
It is 2-0, and Gallen has had to work very hard. He's thrown 30 pitches.
30 pitches, most in the first inning this season for Zach Gallen.
37, so he's put the grind.
Previous high was 28.
Batter that reaches, you're taking away an inning, a couple outs of his depth and going into this game, and you're putting pressure on the Diamondbacks bullpen, which has not been as strong as the Brewers.
First pitch is a strike. Come on in if you knew. Josh Donaldson. Let's go, Brewers. Thank you, Brewers. Chopper, home plate. I mean, the pitch to the pitcher. That's out number 3. But 2 come on to score. They scored twice. And a flopping effing by.
Because when people are fat,
Wow.
features are nourished. And with your help,
Holy balls. Holy F-bombs.
in America,
The F-bombs are going off here today, boy. Ha. Blanco.
what do they have to do? Survive on an island with a bunch of strangers?
Oh, no. If they get 50 in a row playing the classic Mexican bingo game,
Yeah.
crazy, no. Not loca.
New Loca Diamondbacks, Monday, 9, 8 Central. On CBS. Harvest has the rates you want with the flexibility you deserve.
Oh, well, that was exhilarating. First inning.
Limiting your transactions. Now that's helpful. Get started at arbiters.com.
Yeah, well, that's an understatement.
I'm all about fall, especially this new pumpkin spice frosting.
What the hell is this
I'm
fucking
making some me
stupid
time
thing?
out here.
Question for you.
So, fries are a utensil, right? Good question.
It is a good question. Can you give us an answer?
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pumpkin spice frosty or cold brew.
Whatever your business needs, this event can print it. Like packaging from tape to thank you cards. Or merch from t-shirts to caps. Even logo that you can put on all that. Because with this print, printabilities are endless. New customers get 25% off at thisprint.com.
Football is back. Got your new fantasy team name? Check. Grill? Check. Fancy Grill? Check. Troy and Joe? Check. Bro and Bro? Check. All the emotions? All season long? Check, baby.
Knowing how filthy Sid's wrister is, knowing why Cody's was 10 pounds of sweat every game, knowing the puck drops on his hard's head, it's the weight of his blue. To know hockey is the rubber. The NHL, ESPN, and ESPN.
Back here at American Family Field, the Brewers lead the Diamondbacks 2-0 as we go to the second. Let's send it downstairs and Jesse Rogers.
Yeah, guys, we talk about these young Diamondbacks. Well, how about the Brewers starting lineup? Only 3 players remain from their 21 playoff team. So an elimination game 3 days after the regular season ends, kind of new for them. Josh Donaldson's advice to his team, just do your job. Donaldson's playing his 50th playoff game. And, of course, the converse of doing your job is don't try to do too much. And I think we saw that in the first inning at bat for Milwaukee. They really just took what came to them, and you saw them score a couple runs.
Old Bill Belichick, do your job, right?
Stay with yourself.
Bill Parcells. I mean, it's basically the same. Gabriel Moreno with that huge homer last night. He swings and misses.
Moreno's in that category where his manager, Troy Lovella, says his heartbeat, slow heartbeat, is under control, calm, beyond his years.
Swing and miss, and Moreno gets the strikeout.
No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees are another reason banking with Capital One is an even easier decision than this.
We need a clutch hit there.
Jeter. Hang in there, rookie.
Yep, even easier than that. What's in your one?
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. taking a slider for his strike. Right-handed hitter went 0 for 4 last night. An all-star this year. Put up a solid season. OPS plus a 108. 100 is average, so you can read that as he was 8% better than the league average. This one popped in the air, foul ground, Santana Here to Manny, driving on the board. He wasn't able to come up with it, and then the crew chief, Alan Porter, will help him out. That's a hustle right there.
They need like a trampoline park sponsorship here. They will jump back in. I mean, look at this effort. I mean, you're trying to do anything you can. And Santana times it perfectly, leaves, just happened to hit the net.
Oh, 2 now on Gurriel. Walton. Right there, got it. Fastball Freddie with his third strikeout. It is 2 away.
This is 98 miles an hour. I mean, it is on the corner. I mean, that mix of power and control. I mean, look at the four-seam action, but just sizzles by Gurriel. And Gurriel tends to hunt off-speed.
Let's go, Bulls.
Good at. Once you're hunting off-speed, get that. It's hard to pull the trigger.
Ball.
The strikeouts are usually a big part of his success. Consider his last 11 starts this year. A 2.4
Yeah, well,
ERA, 62
that's an
thirds.
understatement.
He struck out 92. I mean, that's reliever type. You know what I mean? You get relievers every once in a while that'll strike out 92 and 62 and 2/3. That's how.
Well, who would say that?
Lifted in the air.
Left it in the air. We like
1, 2, 3. Go to the
1, 2, 3. Goes the D-backs.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want, like a lightweight road bike, clip-in shoes, and a moisture-wicking jersey.
I'll be right.
And 2% cash back on what you need.
I think you missed a spot.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. That's real life ready. Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off on menu price Domino's pizzas when you order online right now. Right now?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now? Right now.
50% off, honey, right now.
Now through the end of the week, get 50% off on menu price pizzas when you order online with Domino's.
The urge to protect isn't always seen, but it is felt in the moments we share. At Pfizer, we dare to stay ahead and advance innovations in vaccines to help protect you and your family against the respiratory diseases we may be facing. Ask your healthcare provider about vaccine options from Pfizer, including COVID-19, RSV, and pneumococcal pneumonia that may be right for you. To find vaccine options from Pfizer, visit PfizerVax.com.
The interview you prepared for was for a job that was too good to be true.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Create a free Indeed account. Indeed strives to screen job listings, so you're more likely to apply to jobs that won't lead to nowhere.
Your office looks legit.
Craving ballpark food? Just tell Siri, add peanuts to my grocery list.
Oh, craving nachos here at American Family Field. Boog Shelby, Doug Lineville, Jesse Rogers as we go to the bottom of the second. And it'll be Bryce Terang to start it off. 8-9-1. Zach Gallen pumps in a strike. Terang 0 for 1 last night with a sack bunt and a walk. This kid, really good defender, and he can fly.
And first inning yesterday, he got 3 chances right out of the gate that converted them 4 threes.
Swing and a miss. Zach Gallen had to work extra hard. 32 pitches in that first inning. One a little bit low, so get a look from off camp. Dan Molino, our camera operator. The 2-2.
With all these foul balls, I mean, they're just raising the pitch count. And Gallen should try to get back someone on track. He's going to need some quick outs. And it's going to be hard to do the way the Brewers are approaching him right now.
Foul ball back out of play. I think the other thing as well, in my estimation, there's a psychological aspect to the foul balls. Guys are used to getting swings and misses, and instead the balls are being fouled off. That's got to be frustrating for the pitcher.
It's a spoiler.
In the air, left field, slicing towards the line, and that one slices foul.
And, we talk about put away, having that pitch, that neutralizer, the plus to be able to throw in certain counts and get the swing and miss. Gallen lives off the fastball a lot, and nothing's more frustrating when you're trying to get that put away and you can't find it. And you just keep throwing that extra pitch. Yeah, the count still says 2-2, but you're throwing like all these extra pitches.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Brewers have fouled off 10 pitches in this one. And Gallen has got 3 swings and misses. Moreno is having some issues with his pitch count. Now, he's got it ready and back to work.
Once you start hearing Uber drivers on your pitch count, you know something's going on.
Popped up. Foul territory, third
Dwayne.
and that will get out of play.
That'll get out of play. Souvenir for a fan or a kid. One out of 2.
So Zach Gallen hoping for a quick bottom of the second. Brewers lead 2-0.
The Brewers lead 2-0.
Free Lincoln in the Dallas RBI single. Turan 4 straight 2-strike fouls. And a swing and a miss. Gallen able to get him.
I don't know if he got hit with the bat or what happened here.
I think Moreno got hit on the follow-through.
And it's just such a, it's one thing to just sort of deal with foul balls, but he kind of goes forward to block it, and because he has to lean forward on the block, it takes his head into the swing path. And this is a devastating blow for the D-backs. I mean, this kid has caught so many games in the home stretch and just been able to raise his game. Big hits, phenomenal defender. And they're doing that concussion protocol here just to kind of make sure. But the way he sat down, he knew he was a bit dazed for a second.
Yeah, I mean, he sat back just for a moment and has that kind of far-off look. The thing that is so challenging in these spots is take one more look. A swing and a miss and a follow-through, bang. Right on top of the head. The thing that's so challenging, though, is there's no way with words in a back-and-forth conversation in 3 minutes to diagnose a concussion.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen cases, and more as we learn, more information sometimes comes with time. But they're going to have to make a decision, and he was definitely impacted immediately. He just sat back. And one of the risks, there's already a lot of risks in this craft as it is. And just trying to block a ball, you end up in the swing path and just didn't see it coming.
And you see just how valuable Moreno is. Early in the year, Carson Kelly was sharing time with him, but eventually Moreno took over. Jose Herrera is their backup. This guy has turned into one of the top defensive catchers in the National League, and if not in all of baseball. He's got a bright future, and they need him. He had the huge, and look, it can be as simple as after taking the bat to the head, what about the next foul tip?
Right, sure.
You know, if you remember a few years back, it was more than a few years back, but Joe Mauer, who had that amazing career, he was catching and took a foul ball off the mask, went down to his knees for a second, and never caught again.
Yeah. I mean, it's a scary moment, and
That is a
this
scary
kid
moment.
dynamic,
Don't get me wrong.
just his personality. He's a big fan of Miguel Cabrera. As he said, look, I committed to going to right field on my swings because of watching Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
He's a student, and he's caught this major league game by storm. And a lot of it is just defending, but it's also his ability to get these big hits, the big home run in game one. And Torey Lovell is just player's manager, always cares like his family. And he's just trying to say, look, I'm not trying to risk you right now. You got to tell me how you're really feeling. You don't need to be a hero. And it's like he's going to get back in, test it out here.
You know, when you talk about guys in leadership positions,
Well, yeah, I do.
Bello would be at the top of the list in terms of a guy who exudes that humanity, and he has a connection and a care for his players. It's something that every manager strives for, to be sure. And it's certainly something that Craig Counsell has with his guys. Torey told me at one point that his wife Kristen one time joked with him, sometimes I think you have more empathy for your players than you had for me. She said it tongue in cheek. But that is what Torey Lovell was all about. As a guy that
Let's go, Bulls!
cares so much for his players. And first pitch swinging is
Taylor, line ball, pop fly.
And Perdomo calls
Perdomo
everybody off.
calls everybody
6-minute
off.
delay there. A reminder, customize your feed, get personalized stats and highlights. And
6 minute delay.
with MLB app. Your home for postseason baseball. Download the MLB app today.
My G-League got the chat. I'll be right back. I'm in the
Torey, that quality
shower
of
here.
him is something
Christian Yelich
that
is up to the plate.
everybody loves about him.
Low. First pitch to Yelich, throw to strike.
It's highly
14
influenced by
fastball.
playing for Terry Francona in Philadelphia. We were teammates in '99. That is a school of empathy.
Softly to the right side.
Softly to the right side. He's out.
Yelich retired.
Yelich retired.
To get a 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 innings. Going to the third.
Constant Contact's advanced automation lets you send the right message at the right time, every time. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
Once retired, Marcus decided, I will never again work for another man or woman. I've abandoned my corporate phone plan, and I'll get a new plan with consumers selling for up to half the cost.
Less programs.
When freedom calls, we're here to answer.
This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza or pizzas this week only at Domino's.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season is just 18 weeks. Just 3 days a week. Sometimes just 1 game a day. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel. With live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night at Buffalo. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
No one sees the world quite like an airline, but the world we see below us is changing fast. That's why Delta is committed to net zero carbon emissions by 2050. It's why we're getting rid of 4.9 million pounds of single-use plastics annually. And it's why we're accelerating our push to source sustainable aviation fuel. Because we know a thing or two about getting where we need to be. And it's time we all got going together.
Back in '94, game day was coming to Lincoln. I wanted to give my buddy Art a shout out. So I devised an elaborate plan. I made a sign. And I changed the world forever.
All right, this is moments ago. Gabby Moreno, who got whacked upside the head on a follow-through backswing from Bryce Terang going back inside the clubhouse. We'll see if he ends up coming back or Jose Herrera, their backup catcher, ends up taking over. For now, here the third, Peralta, and an 0-1 to Longoria, gets him in for a strike. Longoria, what an impact he made in the game last night. And a swing is Peralta just carving them up right now. That's his fourth strikeout.
Well, you have this power fastball, you have to keep it in your mind as a hitter, but then he drops this on you. It starts off you're thinking, oh, I might be down in this corner. And a good percentage of the time as it gets to the plate, it's a strike until it's not.
Likes that sweeper against the righties. That one drilled right field, going back to the right fielder Taylor, and he makes the catch. Perdomo trying to ambush, and he did, and hit it pretty hard.
Now you're looking at that second time around, what adjustments the D-backs will make, starting their catalyst, Corbin Carroll.
Pitch outside, Carroll flying to center. His first Corbin Carroll, 23 years old, from Seattle. All-star this year. He's an all-star starter as a rookie. And deservedly so.
In his hometown. I mean, it's an incredible accomplishment.
The 2-0. And now it's 3-0. Brewers lead 2-0. We're in the top of the third. It's game 2. The Brewers need to win to stay alive. Outside corner for a strike. You know, Carroll trying to find his way on base any way possible. He was on base 4 times, including a pair of walks last night. And he's an amazing threat to steal. 54 swipes at better than 91%. The 3-1. And now it's 3-2.
He's a nightmare for any team when Carroll gets on. I mean, he's got incredible speed. And not only that, he runs the base as well.
Gets it 1, 2, 3 on 10 pitches.
Scramble your morning with new Oscar Mayer Scramblers.
Every day, businesses everywhere are asking,
Is it possible?
with Comcast Business, it is. Is it possible to help keep our online platform safe from cyber threats? Absolutely.
Can we provide healthcare virtually anywhere?
We can help with that.
Is it possible to use predictive monitoring to address operations issues?
We can help with that too, with the advanced connectivity and intelligence of global secure networking from Comcast Business. It's not just possible, it's happening.
You'll say, we have no yada yada. How many people do I need to get the best price? Only 4. Details matter. Visible has no activation fees, no need for a family plan. Just one line wireless on Verizon's network for $25 a month every month.
Look at Sticky. Look. Oh my God, I look at a fish. A fish? Back to the left. Fast. Stop taking pictures. Stop. What do we do? Nothing, baby. All good. We're fishing wheels. Totally. Hey there, kids. All set. Okay, guys, let's go.
Life's grander in the first ever Grand Thailand. Toyota, let's go places.
There are some things that go better together.
Burger and fries, soup and salad.
Like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. With Voya, considering all your financial choices together can help you make smarter decisions. Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Back here in Milwaukee, Brewers lead 2-0. New catcher in the game for Arizona. Downstairs, Jesse Rogers with Torey Lovello.
All right, Torey, tell me about the decision to take Moreno out.
First and foremost, you can't put an athlete out there that's not feeling 100%. There's protocols that we believe in and we follow. We got him back in the dugout, evaluated him. It's just too much to go back out there.
Zach Gallen's pitch count a little high. They're fouling the ball off a lot. What does that tell you?
Yeah, I think that first inning, he was probably just trying to establish his fastball. Never really got through secondary stuff. He's in a good spot though right now. I think he made some good adjustments.
Thanks, Torey. Thanks.
So Jose Ferreira behind the plate, Zach Gallen. And a ground ball to the right side. Marte on the grass fields. And the first out here in the bottom of the third, Jose Ferreira. The native of Venezuela, like Gabby Moreno. He's 26 years old. He debuted with the Diamondbacks in 2022. This year in 208. Played 41 games, got 120 plate appearances, and made 36 starts. So thrust into the spotlight here with his team down 2-0, and not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but you start to wonder if the Brewers win this game, and there is a game 3. Is Jose Herrera the starting catcher tomorrow for game 3?
It'd be surprising if Moreno's bounced back from what precipitated him coming out of the game within 24 hours. It just seems unlikely.
Pitch downstairs, a ball to Carlos Santana. It's 2-0.
Think of what it means to your catcher as part of your battery. I mean, this is the brain of the operations here.
Swing and a miss.
And so within that, you have a young catcher and then another catcher with not a lot of experience coming in and has to learn, calls, and Zach Gallen's probably calling the pitches. There's so much going on right now.
That ball is hit in right field, a curling foul.
So they have to work very quickly in getting familiar with the rhythm of it while you're on one of the biggest stages of your career as a catcher. It's a lot to take in.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases in, and the pitch. A little bit low. The Diamondbacks rallying for a win last night. The bullpen was sensational. That's Lace the other way on base hit. Santana slices a single into left, and with 1 out and a board.
I mean, this is just Santana. He's so good at going the other way. And watch his head position right here. He stays through the ball, follows it through, inside out, gets that slice that goes towards the line. And that's someone who stays back really well, adjusts midstream to the off-speed pitch, and fires through the zone.
There's Cannon now. And a swing and a miss. He went upstairs with a 4-seamer at the top edge of the strike zone. It's a Diamondbacks team overall. Their team ERA, 4.48, was 10th best in the NL. That's not exactly the lead. Their starting pitcher's ERA was 4.67. That too was 10th best. And remember, they had some veterans that along the way they let go of. Madison Bumgarner, Zach Davies. On the strike. The other way, he's hit. Santana will take the turn, but that's picked up by Carroll and fired in. And with one out, a pair of singles. And the Brewers with two aboard. All right, a reminder, the NHL season begins Tuesday night on ESPN and ESPN Plus. An opening night triple header. Predators Lightning start us off 5:30 Eastern. Then Connor Bedard makes his regular season debut for the Blackhawks against the Penguins. And we cap the night. Stanley Cup champs raise their banner as they take on the Kraken in Vegas. And an opportunity here for Sal Frelick. Frelick making his postseason debut last night and came up with a couple of hits. A sac fly tonight to get the scoring started. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Gallen missing outside. Zach Gallen faced the Brewers twice this year and pitched brilliantly both times. In Arizona, 7 shutout innings, 11 strikeouts. In Milwaukee, 7 innings and 1 run. There's a strike to make it 2-1.
Yeah, that's a gutsy pitch, throws the change up there and locates it well. Knowing the fastball is what he's established, but he's not getting that full feel of it location-wise. So mixing in secondary pitches with command.
And the 2-1. And that one fouling back. Out of play as Herrera gives it a look. You're just joining us. Gabby Moreno, the outstanding young catcher for the Diamondbacks, forced to leave the game after being struck on top of the head with a backswing from Bryce Terang. So Jose Herrera is now catching in the bottom of the third. 2 on 1 out. And that one is knocked down by Gallen for the second for 1 out at first. And it's a double play. Oh, what a play. That was absolutely scorched by Sal Frelick. And Gallen turns it into a 1-6-3 double play.
Getting the right new windows with Pella was simple. Our dedicated Pella advisor was a godsend.
We had confidence in Pella. They sold over 5 million replacement windows and doors.
So we knew our local team would be on top of every detail.
And the installation was done in just a day.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Clover's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor, like really rich.
So rich and creamy.
And our cooked to order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it,
Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts smell.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to delicious.
Getting the right new windows with Pella was simple. Our dedicated Pella advisor was a godsend.
We had confidence in Pella. They sold over 5 million replacement windows and doors.
So we knew our local team would be on top of every detail.
And the installation was done in just a day.
Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off on mini price Domino's pizzas when you order online right now.
Right now?
Right now.
right now.
Right now. Right now.
50% off, honey, right now.
Now through the end of the week, get 50% off on mini price pizzas when you order online at Domino's.
Whatever your business needs, Vistaprint can print it. Like packaging and tape to thank you cards. From merch, from t-shirts to caps. Even a logo that you can put on all that. Because with Vistaprint, printabilities are endless. New customers get 25% off at Vistaprint.com.
This postseason coverage, get the best 5G coverage in the game. It's T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. Freddie Peralta delivers a pitch a little bit low. No, that's in for a strike. I beg your pardon. Peralta facing Marte. That one upstairs. Brewers leading it 2-0. We're in the top of the fourth. And the Diamondbacks don't have a hit. The only base runner, this guy, Marte, who walked. A 1-1.
Peralta this season did have some trouble with traffic in the fourth inning. His ERA this inning 5.14. It's kind of where he starts to reset and gets vulnerable.
Which in for a strike, and not even so much about the fourth inning, right? It's the second time around, right? I mean, it's because it's not as if, I mean, the 2-2 is in there. Marte is gone, and that is strikeout number 5.
Well, you watch how Peralta's been successful, and it is the power of fastball. And a lot of the Diamondbacks are late. This is how he's made his living, just blowing them by 94, 95. 93 still going up to the zone late. And that's how his fastball plays. Just sheer explosion. And I mean, they know it's coming. 50% of the time he threw it all year. But it just has that late life, and it's just been able to get it where he wants it so far.
And again, Craig Counsell predicted that fastball would be alive, and it has been. Check swing, fan went too far, and it's 1-1. We're in the fourth. Brewers lead 2-0. Peralta hasn't given up again. The pitch. Shot softly towards third. Charging Donaldson. Fires on the move. And out. The throw took Santana off the base.
Look at this slow roller. Donaldson still moves well over there. Circles it. Transition. Throws over the top. The ball sails on him, so now you're relying on your first baseman, Santana, to do the dirty work, catch it, and make the tag. And he gets Pham right in the chest. Good play by Santana. You have to read that ball quickly and then know how to position yourself without getting in the way of the runner.
Dangerous hitter now, Christian Walker. Check swing and a cold strike. Walker popped out foul his first time. First out on the ground for Peralta. Someone drew a foul. Until that ground out, it had been 5 outs in the air and 5 strikeouts. 2 down here at American Family Field. We're in the fourth and beyond. The Brewers lead it 2-0, and Milwaukee trying to even this series in a game apiece and force a game 3. High fly ball left field towards the line. Yelich. He's got 4 shutout innings for Freddie Peralta.
Since 2013, T-Mobile has partnered with MLB to bring innovation to the game, taking America's largest, fastest 5G network to every level of baseball, from the big leagues with the first of its kind AR app to Little League, where Bandcam 5G keeps families connected. And now the minors, where 5G is being used to test an automated balls and strikes system. T-Mobile, proud to be the only network trusted by Major League Baseball to help build the future of America's pastime.
Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. Sometimes we try to fit it all in. Sometimes we don't know what's in store. Sometimes we find what we're looking for. Sometimes we're bold and easy and free. Sometimes 1-on-1 makes 3. So much to love along this ride. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists who learn thousands of miles of local coral reefs that can analyze for AI in real time. So researchers can identify ancient help life underwater flourish. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want, like a lightweight road bike, clip-in shoes, and a moisture-wicking jersey.
What? Too much?
And 2% cash back on what you need.
I think you missed a spot.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. That's real life ready.
Well, the Texas Rangers moving on to the division series as they were able to eliminate the Tampa Bay Rays. Rocco Baldelli and the Twins getting past the Blue Jays. All right, so game 3 tomorrow, if necessary. If there's only one game 3, it'll be at 7 Eastern on ESPN. If there are 2 wildcard games, it'll be at 3 Eastern on ABC, and the other one at 7 on ESPN. That makes sense? Did I say that right?
Yeah, it sounded good.
So if there's only one game, it'll be at 7 Eastern on ESPN. If there's 2, one will be at 3 Eastern on ABC, and the other one at 7 Eastern. So there you go.
You got that.
No swing, says Alan Porter. It'll be Adames and Donaldson, and then Turan. Zach Gallen, the Diamondbacks ace, touched up for a couple of runs in the first. Pitch in for a strike.
Well, John, you were talking earlier about second time around, third time around. And so interesting, like there's some pitchers that take time to figure it out and get a feel. First inning they struggle and then they kind of get stronger. There's others that kind of fall in probably the majority of the patterns where you start to recognize them and hitters start to make quick adjustments. And by the third time they got you.
Here's a 1-2. Inside it straightens up Adames. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Gallen ready to fire. And that's low.
John has been that pitcher that starts off really well. The first 3 innings, his ERA has been 2.65 during the season, so he's a guy that starts off well.
Now on down low, and Adames reaches. Let's send it downstairs. And Jesse Rogers.
Yeah, guys, this Gabby Marino situation is going to get real dicey for the Diamondbacks. They've only have 2 catchers on this roster for this round. So if Herrera gets hurt, it's unclear who would catch in this game. But the bigger decision is tomorrow. If Moreno has to come off the roster, he's ineligible for the next round. He can come back for the NLCS, but that's a position you really can't play short at. So this is going to be interesting what Arizona does if there's a game 3 tomorrow.
And again, it's a great point that you make, Jesse. All those things hold. And Torey Lovello in this conversation with you mentioned, look, you can't put a player out there when he's not feeling right. So care for the player came first for the Diamondbacks and from their manager. But obviously going forward, it makes things more challenging when you have one of the better catchers in the National League. Number 2, Donaldson. The pitch. On the ground, Perdomo sticks on second for 1, return to first, and that's a double play. Rolando Perdomo, excellent defensively, and so is the entire Diamondbacks team.
Hey, Scott, this stuff's perfect for fall, right? Yeah, it feeds you all now to strengthen the roots all winter and prevent it all next spring. How do you know all this? Says it right there on the back.
No, it does. Yes, it does.
Pick up a bag of Scott's Winter Guard today. It's guaranteed. Feed it all. Feed it.
Bryce Terang now. That pitch in for a strike. You know, Doug Guy auditioned for that Scott.
The Ginger Fan Club. That's a guy from Game of Thrones, isn't it? What was his name? Bane something?
One in for a strike to Terang. And it's nothing at 2. John Shelby, Doug Linville, Jesse Rogers. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The Brewers with a couple of first inning runs leading 2-0. Terang pushes it foul. Bryce Terang for first round pick in 2018. He was their opening day second baseman. Eventually was sent down in June to AAA for about 3 weeks. He swings and lines one to right. Carroll back. And Carroll has it. We'll head to the fifth, and Milwaukee Brewers with the lead.
Charmin, no wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
My product's been saved.
With its diamond beef texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your private diamond alive.
$1,000 for any information about these murders.
You need to find the truth about these killings.
You scared him?
Do what? Oh, come.
Your ancestry is so much more than names.
You're watching that Pete McDivitt. Come on over from here.
It's the story of your family then and now. A story that made your name mean something. A story you're still writing. So discover your heritage, preserve your traditions, represent all that makes you.
This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza or pizzas this week only at Domino's.
In Milwaukee, American Family Field, John Chummy, Doug Glanville, and Jesse Rogers. Freddie Peralta has been sensational so far. Face Jose Herrera for the first time as he hits for the first time after replacing Gabby Moreno, I believe, after being struck in the helmet on a backswing. This one hit in the air right field.
Well, now, first pitch flies out.
So 4 1/3 shutout, no-hit innings.
4 1/3 shutout, no-hit innings for Freddie Peralta.
And Fans Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more,
Oh, yeah, that too.
you go to playball.org. Follow the Play Ball on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Inside.
Now, Peralta, you talk about the big three. He's only gone into the 7th inning twice this season. Once in August, once in September. So generally, the bullpen always playing a role.
Pitch missing there, and now it's 2-0. Yes, the only caveat, Dougie, is normally he is not particularly efficient.
Yes.
Here tonight, he's been very efficient. 1 out, the 2-0. That one is inside. So as if on cue, he falls behind Gurriel 3-0.
109 pitches was his season high. Only a few times he went over 100.
Here it comes. And the pitch is in for a strike.
In for a strike.
Benefits from extra days rest. He's definitely shown staggering improvement with his ERA even in those circumstances.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
So from 3-0 to 3-2 on Gurriel. Struck out looking his first time. What does he go with here?
With that 4-seam heat, that's the beauty of it. He's established all his pitches.
2-0 Brewers.
Hitters like, I don't know what's coming.
3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Souvenir ball. William Contreras behind the plate.
We didn't know right away what we had in William Contreras, but he's put together a really good season. Dribbled fouls.
Foul ball.
Continues to pound the strike zone.
Contreras is really showing. I mean, early on, is the all-star is able to hit from power, opposite field. He's got a lot of offensive skills. He's developing as a catcher.
That one fouled off.
Delivering a really good at bat right here. This will be pitch number 9.
There hasn't really been a
Pitch number 9. Ninth pitch of the at bat.
And Gurriel's pushing him here to continue to make good pitches. That just elevates the pressure. Something that haven't put on Peralta much this evening.
10th pitch.
4 straight 3-2 fouls from Lourdes.
Oh, 9th pitch is the foul. Here comes the 10th pitch. That was the after the 8th pitch.
Houston Astros.
It's a family of hitters. They were going to the back or something.
3-2. 1 out, bases in.
Peralta. Donaldson to Carlos Santana. 2 outs. Out of fucking board, boy. Let's go, Josh Donaldson.
We're seeing 2 third basemen between Longoria and Donaldson who are on the senior circuit here in terms of their time in the game, and they're not slowing down defensively. Good instinct, athletic, still making great plays.
Yeah, well, that too.
Just executing defensively, and it's fun to watch these 2 teams. So they both are phenomenal teams.
40 outs above average, second in defensive run save. And it's a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. So the advanced metrics love this Brewers defense. Josh Donaldson in his prime, an elite level defender. And at 37, still making plays. Last night, it was 37-year-old Evan Longoria with 3 brilliant plays. You know, you talk about the leaping grab that he turned into the double play. And then the rangy play where he bobbled and then caught Yelich off a second. But the play down the line that he dove and stopped that ended up being an infield hit. This one hit the air right field. This one back. And Taylor isn't able to get it, and that one is gone. Just got over the fence, and Alec Thomas pulls one over the wall. The first hit of the game for the Diamondbacks, and it leaves the park. And Arizona within 1.
So what did that Gurriel at bat mean? Maybe something to say, right? He made him work, and now he gets this change up right down the heart, just not where he wanted to locate it. And Thomas jumps on it. Good swing through the zone, a little out in front even, but showing the power where he gets to the power. He gets the elevation he needed.
Yeah, the baseball was just deposited back onto the field.
We talked to Torrey Lavelle before the game, and he said, look, Thomas, a lot of the young guys, they may be young, but they are able to slow things down. And Thomas struggled a little yesterday in results, but he felt like he was in control. So there it was in that at bat.
Ball. 1-0.
Diamondbacks PR just letting us know that Moreno
2-1.
was removed with a head injury. That's all we know. And we certainly saw that much on our own. And nothing could really be diagnosed in such a short period of time. Brewers lead at 2-1, so the Diamondbacks using the home run ball for the second straight night. And they're right back in it. 2-1. And the pitch to Longoria. And that's line left field. Going back is Yelich. And he makes the catch.
1-1.
First hit of the night leaves the park for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Alec Thomas last one out. And it's a 2-1 game.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
The long-lasting scent of Gain Flames made it smell like Dave was in his happy place. The massage chair at the mall. But he wasn't. Gain Flames with Oxy Boost and Febreze. Try Gain plus Ultra Oxy. What a combo!
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Danny Jones returns with an opening night triple header. Hockey is back. How you feeling with the first game? Super excited before face off against you.
It's an opening night triple header on ESPN and ESPN Plus.
The beach has always been there for us. As an oasis. Somewhere you can escape to. So it's time we were there for it. That's why Corona is helping clean 100 beaches by 2025. It's the first step in our fight against plastic pollution. To join us, visit coronausa.com.
Back here in Milwaukee American Family Field, and it's a one-run game. Brewers 2,
It
Diamondbacks
says
1.
2-1 lead Brewers over the D-backs.
Craig, tell me what you've liked about Freddie so far. He's been on his game other than that one pitch to Allen.
Yeah, he's pitching wonderfully. He's got command of every pitch. You can just tell he's got a good rhythm going out there. So far, so good.
Looked like he left that one pitch up to Thomas.
Yeah, it's 2-0 changeup, and he stayed on it. Good for him.
So back to the first inning, elimination game for you guys. Looked like you had some real veteran type at bats.
Yeah, we had Santana had a great at bat to draw that walk, and just making the starting pitcher uncomfortable as quick as you can is a real key to these games.
Thanks, Frank.
So Zach Gallen back to work.
Zach Gallen back to work.
He's falling behind Tyrone Taylor 2-0. Taylor last night with a big 2-run homer. He also hit the line drive that Longoria made that spectacular play. His bases loaded in the fifth. He finished red hot in Taylor. Last 18 games, 5 homers and 8 doubles. Longoria back in the lineup tonight. The Real.
Leo.
And that is in for a strike. Back to Longoria. Dougie for 1 second.
That's called a strike. I wonder what the hell that was.
Back-to-back games at third base since June 29th and 30th. So popped in the air.
Popped in the air.
Center charging in is Thomas, and he makes the catch. So it gives you an idea of the trust that Troy Lovello has in Evan Longoria. Last night turning in magnificent plays. Working with Dave McKay. Defensive position up here is the hit that he stole. That is Yelich. Flies that one to left field. So quickly, there are 2 outs.
He still puts in the work to have those instincts at third base, and it's still the hot corner. It's every bit as hot. Might be harder with all the exit velocity going on in today.
Yeah.
When you look at what he's able to do defensively, save some runs.
Pitch in for a strike to Contreras. William Bolton.
Good ball.
Brewers lead at 2-1.
Ball 1.
The Brewers haven't been able to push across anymore against Zach Gallen. You wonder if he's starting to settle in. And Arizona's within one on one swing. And that's it for his strike.
Part of
That's
jobs
a
make
beautiful
up
strike.
just this. You don't have to have your best stuff. You get off to a rocky start a little bit, but you're able to keep your game together and put up those zeros and giving your team a chance to just get one hit and not get it.
Contreras takes outside.
Contreras takes outside.
Now 2-2.
2 and 2. 2 outs.
Way more efficient.
Since the first 50 pitches, 3 saves. On the ground third.
And flips to first. And the Brewers go 1-2-3.
Brewers go 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off on mini price Domino's pizzas when you order online right now. Right now?
Right now.
Right now? Right now? Right now. 50% off, honey, right now! Now through the end of the week, get 50% off on mini price pizzas when you order online at Domino's.
For everyone who's endured the bad seat, finally, sweet redemption. The Lexus TX. 3-row luxury that treats every seat like the best seat.
Scramble your morning with new Oscar Mayer Scramblers.
For over 25 years, Lovesac has been rewriting the rules of comfort. It's okay to change your style. Get messy. Get immersed. With Lovesac, you make the rules.
Wendy's breakfast cheeseburger is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
Okay, sounds busy as some tape tape.
Eggman and Saucy Boy. 2 hot coffees.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Ready? Root for this postseason. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team gear and today's special offer.
Now, Frank Peralta is a power pitcher, but with command tonight, able to induce weak contact. His location is in the fastball.
Yeah.
He's able to do it with all his pitches, and they're not finding that barrel. And when they finally get something, the weak contact is still part of it.
Only 1-1. That's good. I have to give Freddie credit here. Perdomo is a strike in there for strike 1.
From the outset, face 9-1-2. Perdomo, Carroll, and Marte.
Perdomo, Carroll, and Marte. 9-1-2 is due up.
Comfortable with a lot of swing and miss. And you don't get the swing and miss, you start going, what's wrong? But tonight he's been able to add this weak contact.
Ball upstairs.
And instead of saying, let me throw harder to get the strikeout, I'm trying to now use what is one of the best defenses in baseball to let them do their job.
Ball upstairs.
So now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2 and 2. Nobody out.
Highest rate of balls in play into outs. Number 1 in defensive efficiency. Check slamming a ball outside. And a field of third did not go.
Did not go. Come on, Freddie. Get your head out of your ass. Nobody out, nobody on. Colombo.
Certainly, seeing him up was the big thing, and also seeing him down because he's got that rise fastball. But yeah, just trying to get a good pitch and do a changeup and then just stay with him.
How tough was it to see your young catcher Moreno come out of the game?
Yeah, that was tough. I guess he got hit in the head by Bryce. Pretty tough. He's a great catcher, a great leader, and definitely gonna miss him on this game.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, no problem.
Thomas with the home run to give the Diamondbacks their run. It is 2-1 Milwaukee, but a man aboard, nobody out. No pitch. Inside, you heard Thomas talk about Peralta's fastball with the rise. Now, in actual fact, it doesn't rise. It just drops less quickly.
Yes.
1-1. Swing man, strike two.
You're accustomed to a pitch that you think it's going to be down based on your experience. You're like, oh, okay, I know that pitch. And it doesn't fall as much as you expect. He's able to clip that at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Peralta deals, ball 2. What the hell was that, Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue, call that a damn strike. 2-2. That one gets past Santana. Stop Perdomo at third. 2-1. Nobody out for the D-backs. Getting a new baseball. Getting a new baseball. Getting a new baseball.
Doesn't hit it cleanly. And this ball is definitely fieldable by Santana, but it comes up and bounces over his glove. So he overplays this ball, right? He goes down, and then it comes up and goes over his glove. A fieldable play, but Carroll's off to the races after that and gets running in scoring position for the D-backs.
And again, that one was not, at least by statistical measurements, hard hit, 83.9 miles an hour. I wonder a tiny bit if the barrel hurtling towards Santana visually distracted him a little bit. We won't know until somebody asks him after the game. Chris Hook, the pitching coach, out for a visit, but the Diamondbacks with a great opportunity, second and third, nobody out. And Catil Marte scheduled to hit after Uribe is up in the bullpen for the Milwaukee Brewers.
I think also, you mentioned the bat. There's no doubt that's a scary distraction, but also a ball that you think from the big swing is hit harder.
Right.
And it's not 83 miles. It's like a changeup to a batter. You're like, oh, I think it's going to hear. And then he kind of overplayed it and bounced over. So this ball, the bat explodes and it's coming at you. So that's distracting. And then he feels it, but when it goes and collapses, the ball just bounces over. So he didn't get in front of it in time. And Corbin gets the double.
First one to Marte.
Ball outside.
Outside, that's ball 1. Catil Marte a walk and a strike. Last night, a solo homer against Corbin Burns. He was 1 for 5.
See you right back. We don't want third.
So good speed out there.
Carroll up second. Nobody out.
That one foul back. That one's 1-1.
But Marte, left-handed, he's a good hitter. Slugs a little bit better. He hits for a higher average. That's a switch hitter. A very dangerous hitter.
1-1. Just off the inside edge. Freddie Peralta, the 27-year-old from the Dominican Republic. 6 feet tall, 196 pounds. And a jam right here. The 2-1. Well, this is a spot, Dougie, where if he can find a location for a strikeout would be big.
Absolutely.
Fans urging on the right-hander. 2-2. And Marte doing well
to spoil that one.
Martinez will kind of pick your poison. If he's hitting right-handed off the lefter, he's got the average, but he's hitting left-handed, he's got the power. And he got 21 runs from this side of the plate.
Just below the strike zone, the changeup. Contreras wanted it.
And he picked that ball up really well. That was a good pitch. And as a pitcher, you say, well, do I throw this strike for the purpose of a chase, getting the swing and miss, or am I trying to throw it and get that deep contact or in the zone? He chose the chase, and Marte laid off.
3-2. Base hit. Perdomo is in. Carroll coming home. Frelick's throw is too late. Into second goes Marte, and the Diamondbacks have taken the lead. It is 3-2 Arizona.
We got Marte. He laid off a tough changeup. Peralta had to come in with the fastball, and he jumped all over it and gets the base hit. Now you have a runner that can fly in Corbin Carroll, and Freeland in center after he gets the base hit up the zone, and he gets that ball on top of it. Now watch Freeland kill, fields it to the side. Now you got to keep this ball down, and he airmails it. This is every cutoff man on the planet. And once that happens, you're now giving Marte and the Diamondbacks a chance to put themselves in scoring position. So you got to get that ball down. And Carroll's too fast. You're not going to get him.
Freddie Peralta out of the game after Uribe is coming in. The Diamondbacks have the lead.
To all the comforters, we're here for you. We're the source of comfort for everyone. Experience the redesigned Sorta Perfect Sleeper.
DirecTV Sports Central gives you access to every game, but Terry doesn't have DirecTV. Come on, what with that? Here. Now, you can find the game easy. Barbecue is saved!
Visit DirecTV.com for up to a $400 reward card.
My barbecue is ruined.
I'm all about fall, especially this new pumpkin spice frosting. So I'm taking some me time out here.
Question for you.
So, fries are a utensil, right?
Good question.
It is a good question. Can you give us an answer?
Choose wisely. Choose when you new pumpkin spice frosty or cold brew.
This is a cluster that happens when marketers group all their customers together. MailChimp uses real-time behavior data so you can personalize email to every customer. Turn customers into customers with Intuit MailChimp.
People are excited about what AI will do for them. We're excited about what AI will do for business. Introducing Watson X, a platform designed to multiply output by training AI with your data. When you Watson X your business, you can build AI to help coders code faster, customer service respond quicker, and employees handle repetitive tasks in less time. Let's create AI that transforms business with Watson X. IBM, let's create.
When we started Blue Buffalo, we made a promise to our boy Blue that we would create the best pet food we possibly could, made with the finest natural ingredients, and none of the things you find in many other pet foods. We call it the True Blue Promise, and it's our commitment to feed your pet just like we would feed Blue. It's what makes Blue Buffalo unlike other pet food companies, which have many different brands with different standards. We have one standard, one inspired by our boy Blue for the well-being of your dog or cat. Because like you, we love them like family too.
Well, here's the hard-throwing right-hander after Uribe as the Diamondbacks have pushed across two and taken a 3-2 lead. And look at the numbers. We saw him last night, a scoreless inning, a 1.76 ERA. A guy coming into this major league season, W, with 88 professional innings.
Incredible. I mean, a meteoric rise to the big leagues. And they handle him with care, trying to protect him. And he just has an incredible live arm with a lot of sink. So you're playing the card that they're going to get the ground balls, you're going to get some swing and miss, and hold that D-backs where they are.
First one missing. Next offering is in for a strike, and it's 1-1 to Pham. Tommy Pham, 0 for 4 last night, 0 for 2 here so far in this one.
That's a good take. And he's just so good at not chasing pitches. This is 99 miles an hour. He threw two from the same window and right down by the corner. They chose a slider, and Pham didn't even budge. He just knew it right away it was a ball.
Swing and a miss. It's amazing that he has such a good eye. That's the term. And this is a guy who had major eye surgery back in 2011. He has keratoconus. I think the cornea is the condition, and he has to wear a certain specific type of contact.
Did they give him Steve Austin's eyes?
I don't think they did. I believe that the surgery, the process was to stop it from getting any worse. But then as far as going forward, he has these special contacts that he uses different for each eye. And that's a base hit into right field. Marte will be held up. Pham will take the turn, and they're at first and third. And still nobody out. So Tommy Pham with his first hit.
Well, Pham is so good at staying back. This is not easy. You're seeing a guy throw 100 miles an hour. This is a good located slider. This is a good pitch. Pham is going that way the whole way. Look at his body. Everything is to right field. And that is just how Pham makes quick adjustments. He's like, all right, I'm not going to get caught up in the velocity. I just try to be short to the ball. And he stays and gets just enough of it. And he knows the entire right side is open. So that's what his experience has done. And that's the hitter Pham has been throughout his career.
All four hitters this inning reaching base on 2 strike counts. Walker at the plate. The big hit last night to blow it open. And a swing and a miss. Blow it open may not be the right way to put it, but ice it away. It was a 4-3 game. Even a 2-run double just missed getting out off the center field fence off Devin Williams. That made it 6-3. That kind of ended things. Nobody out, first and third. The 0-1.
With that power sink that Uribe is featuring, they're also knowing that another advantage, if they get contact, it's most likely on the ground. So they're betting on this. Now they're not in. They're playing for that double play.
1-1. Foul territory. Over the screen. Here at American Family Field, the Diamondbacks trying to eliminate the Brewers. Arizona crawling into the playoffs, winning 84 games. Meanwhile, the Brewers won their 3rd Central Division title in the last 6 years. They won 92 games. 5th time they've been in the playoffs the last 6 years. First and third, nobody out. Uribe, a 1-2. On the ground, third base, Donaldson coming home. And Marte waving the runners. Donaldson chasing. Did they get the tag? Did they get? Now they're saying they got the tag. That's third base umpire Chris Siegel. And Troy Lavello saying.
There was a delay in that call, so it made you think that he didn't get him. He didn't call it right away, so Marte's kind of pointing to it.
And they're going to look at it. So a tag play. This is interesting. I don't know why they brought
Yeah.
Wow. I can't tell where they got it there.
Looked like he got him. Let's see.
Arizona is challenging no call.
I think he got him on the heel there. So again, the call on the field is out. As we take a look at the replay review, powered by Zoom.
Out.
Remember, the call on the field is every bit important because that's the standard by which you can overturn it.
Call on the field is out. The late call by Chris Siegel. It did look like Donaldson got him on the heel, right?
So he's jumping at him, and then you're like, oh, does he get his back pocket there? Looks like that might even get it. Does he get it here in the back?
That's where I think he got him, right there in the back of the right heel, but not certain. That's when Marte looked back.
But there was no call initially. Right here, does he get him? Yeah, it looks like that the glove move there, so it does look like he got him on that right heel. I mean, wow, whisper close, and this is what these replays are. Every call.
It's unbelievable.
We saw the significance yesterday. All these calls took runners out of scoring position. It was significant.
Alan Porter, what do you say?
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out.
So Arizona and the Diamondbacks lose their first challenge. You get two in the playoffs. Tortorella decided to take a shot at it. So now
they have one remaining.
Others at first and second and one out. Fielder's choice 5-2-5.
5-2-5.
And when they say confirmed, that means it's an absolute, with absolute confidence. Stands sort of keeps it as sort of at bay. They're kind of a little less confident, but they have that middle ground.
The guys in the replay room do a great job back there. It is a cool thing to see all the people it takes to make that place work. Downstairs, and ball one to Jose Herrera, the backup catcher, who was
Jose
forced to go
Herrera.
into the game due to the injury to Gabby Moreno. Pitch is low at 100 miles an hour. And it's
100 miles an hour.
news from earlier in the day, the Diamondbacks extended general manager Mike Hazen. So they gave him a 5-year extension. Mike telling me prior to game one, I'm not going anywhere. 1,000%, 1,000,000% I'm staying in Arizona. And he is now with a new extension.
Yeah.
3 balls, no strikes.
3 balls, no strikes.
Herrera back in with Pham at second, Walker at first. 1 out. Uribe fires.
1 out. Ball. Ball.
That's a common bat by Herrera, considering he's coming off the bench as a catcher, thrust in the postseason. And he took those pitches with confidence and seemingly picking up the ball well. That's 100 miles an hour, by the way.
Here's Gurriel, bases loaded. And that's it for a strike.
That's in for a strike.
Gurriel 0 for 4 last night, 0 for 2 here in this one, but a dangerous hitter. And that wild pitch gets past Contreras when they're coming home. Tag, save! Pham is in to score. And Uribe colliding with Pham and doing some stretching, and the trainer and pro counsel are going to come out. After Uribe frustrated with himself on that wild pitch, and the Diamondbacks have a 4-2 lead.
It's always tough. It's a little bit of a scary play when the catcher goes back against the throw as the pitcher is running towards the runner. I mean, it's an inevitable collision, and you're trying to catch it in tag, but you're not familiar as a pitcher of covering the plate. Looks like he kind of gets his spike on his ankle, and Pham slides in. But you got 2 guys going in motion towards the same point from different directions, and a catcher throwing the ball 95 miles an hour, trying to get the ball quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, it is an inevitable problem.
So Uribe visited by the trainer, the manager, and the pitching coach.
They mentioned Gurriel and his at-bats, but I'll tell you that last at-bat where he grounded to third, the 10 pitches that it took for it to happen were critical. it just wore, it wore Peralta out to a certain degree.
The wild pitch was a factor for Abner Uribe for as good as the ERA and the strikeout rate were 6 wild pitches in 30 2/3 innings this year. So it's not a huge surprise. Carlos Santana, the veteran, over to try and calm the 23-year-old down.
But if you're throwing 101 miles an hour and you're not within a certain window, nobody's catching that ball. I mean, it's just going to be by you. And that, there's an extra responsibility with that velocity to be able to be in the zone.
Infield in now, second and third and 1 out. Ball to strike on Gurriel. That one is in there, and it's 99 coming across the inside corner.
Well, the Brewers are playing infield in, and that's a hitter's dream. But can he get the elevation he's looking for from Gurriel?
That one gets away briefly from Contreras.
Infield in.
3 times. In the air, out towards shallow left field. And a throw for a hit. In to score is Walker. Stopping at third, it is Herrera. It's an RBI single, and it is 5-2 Diamondbacks.
5-2 D-backs. Game over.
Really good at staying in the zone with the swing. He just gets jammed, but
Maybe next year, Brewers.
contact.
Maybe next year. I'll keep you posted. Go check it out over on ESPN. You got it. Peace.
Fairly deep.